Hey everybody, I'm Lloyd.
And I'm Alex, and this is Chip.
We bought Chip in June of 2020, spent 9 months converting the van.
Yep, and now we've been living in him full time for 9 months, so let's show you the build.
Alright, so Chip Boy here is a 2015 Freightliner Sprinter van. 170 wheelbase, 2500 model with the 3-liter V6. It is also the high roof, so Alex and I, as well as some of my friends who have taller stature, are able to stand inside the van and not do one of these with our heads. It's pretty great. Altogether, it gives us about 80 square feet of living space, and right now, it works for us. So we have several exterior upgrades that we have put into Chip. First one being a good set of shoes. We invested in the Hankook. The model is the Dynapro AT2. Essentially, it's an all-terrain tire at its core, and then on the sidewalls here, it's more of a highway style. You're getting the aggressive tread while also being more of a highway profile. We knew that we were going to be coming out into more wilderness areas, so we wanted that aggressive tread. However, there's a lot of highway miles that we're going to be putting on this vehicle and already have. It's kind of the best of both worlds, if you will. So up top on that high roof, we have 3 Renogy brand 100 watt panels, giving us a total of 300 watts of solar. So far, we've been really having no problems with our solar panels. They've been very consistent out here in the Arizona sunshine. We're very pleased. We have 2 of the Dometic brand fantastic fans. These fans have 3 energy settings, a low, medium, and high. They also have the capability to swap between pushing and pulling air in or out of the van. We also sculpted Chip into our very own with 3 exterior windows, 1 on the side door here and 2 in the back on the rear doors. Alright, so now that you've seen a little bit of the exterior, come on in. Alex and I will show you inside. Right here we have our colorful stickers and our canvas where we intend to place all of our stickers from our travels. Inside this door we have easy access to both fresh and gray water. Both of these are in 7-gallon Reliance brand containers. Also a spot for the skateboard as well. Right here we have 2 separate mats that basically are our welcome mats. We just will wipe our shoes off on these and leave them up front. That way we're not bringing in the elements into the van and makes for easier cleanup throughout the day. We also have a few utilitarian tools. So this is where we like to sit down, take off our shoes or our boots. We also have an additional 7-gallon Reliance container for just fresh drinking water. So this is the cockpit. We've got all our gizmos and gadgets. Standard Sprinter van interior, modified to our taste of our personal items. Then up top here, we have our custom overhead shelf. Basically, that's just gonna act as additional storage right here. This is 2 blackout curtains, and it just folds down and will block out and separate the cab from the interior.
All right, so now that Lloyd showed you around the exterior and a little bit of the interior, I'm gonna take you through the rest of the van. So starting here is our closet space. Up here is kind of Lloyd's overhead. He keeps his backpack, laptop, camera gear, all that kind of good stuff. Down here we have our electrical unit, and then the rest of this is just hanging storage. We also keep our table here when it's not set up, and then we also have our fridge. So the fridge we have is an Alpicool CF55, meaning that it's a 55-liter. It has 2 separate compartments, a fridge and freezer compartment. It's a 12-volt, so we just keep it plugged into the van to save our battery. So now that I mentioned the electrical, let's show you inside. So electrical was pretty daunting to us, so we decided to not go with a stationary setup with a bunch of batteries, wires, and everything. We decided to go with the JACKERY solar generators. We have the 1500 here, which stays in this cabinet, and then we also have a 500 out on the counter for more easy access. Right here is our solar input where the 300 watts come in. Right here we can plug in our fans with the DC outlet. We also have 2 USB outlets and 1 USB-C. You can see I'm charging my phone here. And then we have 3 AC outlets. So the 1500 does exactly what we need it to do. It charges our phones, laptops, the fans, our hotspot, basically everything that we have in the van, this thing can do. So we definitely didn't need the 500, but it works perfect for us to have both. We also just have little organizers here for our cords, different lights, kind of just anything electrical stays in this cabinet. And on this side of the cabinet door, we have a little scratch off national park sheet where we just scratch off the different national parks that we've been to. So far, 5. So all of our cabinetry has these pulls that we made out of leather and gold screws. We also have the cabinets sitting shut with some pulls, and some of them also have magnets. So there's a magnet on this side, and you can see that the snap stays in better than the magnet, but they don't open. I'm just really strong, so. All right, so as you come into the van, we will start with the kitchen area. So first is our sink. We have an undermounted IKEA sink in here. We also bent this copper pipe to be our faucet. And then we also have extended counter space by pulling this up, and it locks with some undermounts there. And our sink is powered down here by a marine whale foot pump. I will not do it right now because we have the wood on here, obviously, but it's been working great for us. And then up here in the kitchen area, we have this little shelf that we made out of copper pipe as well. We just have our soap, hand soap, other dishwashing materials. So I'm gonna open the under sink here. You already saw that we had these 7 gallons of gray water and fresh water. We also have some hanging storage of different cleaning supplies. So this area is nice and tidy. And then over here, we have our propane. So we have a 2-burner propane stove from Magic Chef, and then underneath houses our 20-pound propane tank. We made a sealed box, so we are nice and safe. We also have a carbon monoxide detector just in case there's a leak, and for extra prevention, we cut a hole through the sealed box through to the bottom of the van and put a pipe through it, so if there is a propane leak, it can leak outside of the van and keep us safe. And we also have some additional hanging storage here of our toilet paper. And the last part of the propane is one of my favorite parts, which is this hanging towel drying rack holder thing. It's perfect, it tucks away amazingly, and it's the perfect size, so we lucked out with that for sure. So to finish our kitchen area side of the van, we have our first drawer, which houses all of our cooking utensils, silverware, knives, seasonings, everything like that. And we have these nice little bamboo organizers to keep everything from moving around and staying organized. In the second drawer here, we have all of our collapsible Tupperware. We also have some stasher bags, cutting boards, bowls, plates, all of our cups, and our AeroPress to make coffee. And then this third drawer down, we have our Always pan, which is the only pan that we have in the van that's not cast iron. We have 1 pot. We also have some attachments that came with our Place pan, like the steamer basket and the strainer. And then we also have this gooseneck to heat up our water for making coffee or hot cocoa or whatever we need hot water for. So the last drawer here is our shoes. We have a total of 11 shoes in here between Lloyd and I, which is definitely a good amount, so we're not making any sacrifices. So for the overhead part of the kitchen, this first one, we have our salt and pepper, any kind of condiments. We also have coffee, pancake mix, oatmeal, just kind of breakfast stuff in there. And then in the second one, we have more of dry goods, so 2 different kinds of sugar. We have rice, quinoa, noodles, good dry storage. And then on the other side of the van, even though this isn't technically the kitchen area, this overhead cabinet is for our produce. We have our protein powder, blender materials, bread, that kind of stuff in here. And this backsplash that you see, we actually repurposed from the van when we originally bought it. We just used a stainless steel patina stain and scuffed it up a bit and used it as our backsplash on the office side and the kitchen side. So you can see the kitchen space and this is our office space. Both have butcher block countertops. We love them and they work great for us. So in our first drawer is our toiletry drawer. This is my hair care, skincare, makeup, body care, and this is Lloyd's. The second drawer here is our kind of pantry area. We have all of our canned goods, jarred items, anything you can think of. And then these big two drawers down here are for our clothes. So I will show you mine. We have just these different storage boxes that we keep all of our clothes nice and tidy in. And then Lloyd's down here also has these storage compartments and everything like that, so we're able to hold all of our clothes just fine. As you come over to this side of things, first you see our little United States wood stained picture. It's the only decor we have in the van, but we kind of just stained the different states that we've been to together. We forgot to do Arizona, but we're in Arizona now, so just act like that's stained. And the first drawer here we kind of call our junk drawer, but it's not a junk drawer, it's very organized. We know what's in this one, we know what's in this one, and this is kind of like our first aid. We have essential oils, candles, all that kind of stuff. This second drawer is our supplement drawer. So you can see all of our different vitamins and everything. And this organizer has like my feminine products, nail polish, that kind of thing. The third drawer is our cleaning drawer. We have our towels, Swiffer materials, dish rags, some cleaning spray. This is all of our laundry supplies. And then we have our vacuum with a sewing kit right here. And the last drawer is our garbage and recycling. So back here we have our recycling and then garbage. It's dirty, so not that important. So continuing in the office area, we have our first overhead that's not kitchen. This one houses all of our books, writing materials, also some of our games. We have our projector, just kind of like the entertainment zone up here. The next one is my little knitting oasis. I have my different yarns, needles, projects that I'm working on. The last overhead cabinet is for our bedding. We have our big comforter here, a wool blanket, a thinner blanket, and our sheet. Transitioning to the other side over here, this one is our kind of outdoor exercise equipment storage area. So we have water bottles, camping supplies, yoga mat back here, just that kind of stuff. And then lastly is our dirty laundry. You can see it's kind of full right now. We also have a random roll of Reflectix because we need to add more insulation, but that's just staying there for now until we get to it. Alright, so as we made our way back to the end of the van, you can see our beautiful shiplap that we actually call chiplap. We repurposed this from a Facebook marketplace find. We also repurposed our flooring, which is actually hardwood flooring. We really like it and it was free. So that's why we went with hardwood floors. So behind the shiplap, we have insulated the entire van with HAVELOCK wool, and we are extremely happy with the installation process as well as how it is held up on the road. So our bed / couch area back here is made of 6-inch memory foam. My mom kindly sewed us some cushion covers for it, so this works out great. It functions as our couch, kitchen, like dining room area, and our bed. So back here we just have some extra blankets. These are the cushion covers that go in the middle here once the bed is made, and then these are our pillows, which just look like throw pillows right now. So it kind of fits the aesthetic of the van, but this is a really great mode to be in when we're just hanging out. So under the bed here we can lift up our cushions, and there are 2 compartments on either side like this, and we kept them having slots here so that the bedding underneath can be ventilated to prevent any mold from growing in our mattress. And under both of these, we just have dry food storage, so extra cans, rice, noodles, anything like that. We like to save as much money as we can on the road, so keeping food in the van is an amazing way to do that. So now that we've shown you through the whole van, let's take you through the process of setting up our table. We keep our pole under this side, which also just houses any extra gear, outdoor winter stuff that we have. Our pole is made out of black galvanized pipes and couplers. And we grab our table, and you can see underneath we have the matching flange. So we just lift that up, match it, which can sometimes take a little bit. Here we go. And then spin. We really like our table setup, and specifically that we went with the galvanized pipe, because the table is able to move and spin, which allows us to be able to move around each other without getting in each other's way. And it's just really convenient to fit a lot of people in here. As you can see, you can move around. It's a little squeaky, but Lloyd can get in, and it was a lot cheaper than the Lagoon table mount that a lot of people have. Plus that one couldn't hold the capacity of our butcher block table. Now we will show you the bed from the outside. And these are the windows that we mentioned earlier. So as we open up the back, you can see these two cushions that fit into that small area. We have another blanket hanging down here to just cover the back, so when we have the back door open, people can't see everything that we own basically. So when we lift this up, you can see the same kind of storage underneath. On this side, our first compartment has different camping gear, including our Coleman propane stove. This one also has camping gear with our propane heater in case it gets cold. And then lastly, in this third section, we have our toolbox along with our rear window covers. So to round out the exterior, we have my beautiful dried eucalyptus plant. It has been with us since the beginning, and it's holding up very well.
Alright, so after a long day, obviously we need somewhere to sleep, so I'm going to show you how we transform our table mode into bed mode. We grab our handy dandy XL Jumbo 3-inch pipe wrench, lefty loosey, righty tighty, pop that like that, unscrew the rest of it. Then you'll see we have this perimeter that we have included in the frame of our couch. This will slide on here, pop that there, get my legs up out of the way. That slides into place like this.
So now that Lloyd got the bed set up for me, I'm gonna go ahead and make it. So we hope you guys like our van. If you have any questions about any particular parts of our build, we did film a build series, so we will link that playlist below.
Yeah, we walk you through every step from straight up cargo van, no windows, nothing inside of it, to, you know, living life here in Sedona. So if you can't find what you need in those videos, go ahead, comment, give us a direct message, whatnot, and we're happy to answer your questions, and
yeah,
that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thanks.
So make sure you like and subscribe for that clip where I flew the drone over Alix's head and didn't hit her.
I flinched.
She flinched.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. Alright, so drone tricks 101.
Bonjour, amigos! Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we show you how we made a white cargo van into our home on rails.